Hello and welcome to Onaway, Alberta. This is a farming community. For those of you who are joining us online, we deliberately chose this venue because we're talking about land rights and we want farmers to hear about land rights. As you're going to discover, things are happening that you're completely unaware of, involving land rights, involving our freedoms, involving ownership. And many of it will be shocking. You know, on the way driving out here, I was thinking, like, is anyone going to believe what the truth is? And yet, you know, you can go online, you can go to the World Health Organization and verify what I'm saying. City of Edmonton used to publish. You can use the Wayback Machine and see how they used to publish about 15-minute cities. And that these are like on international organizations and cities and provinces. It's not hidden, but you're not told about it. So it really is hidden. This is going to be, we're in the process of an attempted complete social change and overthrow of the Canada that we thought we had, where the government is completely adversarial to the way of life that we believed we would be passing on to our children and our grandchildren. And nobody knows about it. So here we are in Onaway, Alberta, with a panel that I've been excited about all week. Where do you get to hear Bruce Pardy and Leighton Gray in person speaking about land issues? It's absolutely fantastic. I'm honored to have them here. I get to introduce them. But we're going to be educating you about land ownership and land rights, and challenging what you believe to be true. And just understand that every population, every country, every polity has to have what are called political myths. So we're fed a belief system so that we can all function in predictable ways. And political myths aren't meant to be negative things. They actually enable us to all get along and know what to anticipate and how to structure our affairs. But then we're given different political myths when things need to be changed. And so the world you believed you lived in, first of all, it never existed. It was a political myth that was there to enable us to function, and we were in a nation building phase. They wanted us to build a nation, and those political myths served the building of a nation, but they're not real and they're not true. They're political myths, and you need to understand that. And other political myths are being imposed on us to enable us to basically get rid of property rights, to get rid of the small farmers. And you need to understand what they are, and just understand that they are political myths, they are belief systems being imposed on you, and you don't have to accept them. I mean, the real problem is Canadians, we obey. Like, that's the real problem. Oh, well, no, those are the rules. Well, I'm going to, all three of us are going to be explaining, they may not use the word constitutional crisis, but I'm now publicly saying we're in a full-blown constitutional crisis. And many of our legal principles, they're not true. And the fact that, a very small group of unelected judges over a period of years could be painting us into a box that will completely destroy this nation and way of life, we can just say, no, actually, we're not going to stay in that box. We're going to collectively just say we're in 2026. We're all together. There's 40 million of us here. How do we pursue the destiny that is set out before Canada, where we are a nation of refuge, where we are a land of freedom, where we experience absolute redemption to bless the rest of the world? That's what's before us. We don't have to say, oh, we're victims, and yeah, we can lose our land, we can lose our freedoms, we can lose our way of lives. We can basically pass on to our children a totalitarian hell. We could actually just say, no, actually, that's not how we're going to play this game. And so hopefully this will be the first part. We have to open our minds. So I ask everyone to have an open mind and just accept that maybe the world you were taught that existed, that you believed existed, that you expected, maybe is not completely true and correct. Now I have the honor, we're going to basically have Bruce and Leighton and myself